His name is Peter Newbold. He's the GM of PGG Rights in Real Estate. We have our monthly look at the state of the rural market, and I'll tell you what, Peter, she's quite hot out there.
Yeah, it is, and probably all sectors at the moment. The rural one, we're in that period at the moment where we've got, I can't think how many years I'd go back to see the amount of properties we're marketing at the moment. So they're all in that sort of marketing window, and we'll see, I think, all those, you hope them all confirmed next month. But in saying that, this month, which is really interesting, we've started to see some sales take place in that sort of $10 to $15 million bracket and over $15 million. So that's really encouraging. And in the areas that have taken place in the wider Canterbury, probably also sends another signal that dairy market moving forward is going to be strong. So, yeah, really good signs. And some quality property. So, perfect.
Yeah, ASB, I think, is leading the charge now with the milk forecast price, $8.75. Futures market sitting at about $8.60. It looks like we'll get a record milk price this season. Forget about the cost of producing it. But the dairy farming, which was a bit of an elephant in the room, really, in the real estate market, is now looking like a good yield story. What about the sheep and beef properties? Because when we talk about record prices for lamb, record prices for mutton, record prices for beef.
Yeah, well, that's, to be honest, that is just staged strong. And there is a lot of interest and a lot of qualified buyers out there looking in that market. And I think the interesting thing this year or this season we've seen is a large number of properties sort of that 400 hectares or 1,000 acres above coming to the market through good, genuine reasons, and they're sort of scattered through the country. And again, that's a strong signal. And the other piece, if you look around that, is that the buyers aren't just coming from the region or the neighbours or whatever. They're coming from all over the country and also out of the large metropolitan areas, which we haven't seen that before.
Strong interest from Auckland for rural properties and lifestyle blocks. And if I was an Aucklander, Peter, stuck in lockdown for the 10th week or whatever, I'm jammed into my apartment with the wife and kids and we're all driving each other crazy, and I could work from home, I'd be real keen to get some green grass around me, get a lifestyle block where we can get a bit of space, the kids can ride a pony or a motorbike or whatever they want to do, and you can have some freedoms.
Yeah, look, I think we'll see another surge, to be honest. Once we come down or get out of these current lockdowns, I think we'll see another big move again from, let's say, Auckland, for example, into the Waikato Bay of Plenty or even into other areas in New Zealand. The challenge will be limited listings, but I just think there's no reason why that won't happen. I think it will if you just make, the comments that you made before. And I think the other interesting thing is we're seeing a large number of people from the likes of the Aucklands and the Wellingtons who are looking to invest in rural property. And, we haven't seen that before. And it's not the traditional players, it's those that are thinking, I'll purchase a farm, I'll lease it out, I'll get someone to run it, and moving forward, which I think is really good.
Or maybe head down to Bay of Plenty or up from where we are, buy a kiwifruit orchard, live on the orchard yourself, and lease the operation out to your neighbouring kiwifruit farmer. There's a good idea.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, we're just seeing a little bit of a movement there too, and, Dave there and Stan both have got a couple of substantial kiwifruit properties coming to the market. It'll be really interesting to see where the values drop on those, because we haven't seen for some time those larger properties come to the market. So that'll be really interesting over the next few weeks to see where they land.
Good stuff. Hey, Peter Newbold, always good to catch up with you on the country. By the way, your PGG Rights and Property of the Week, which is on our website, thecountry.co.nz, is a beauty. I flicked on this one. T-Rail, Waikato, 500 cow dairy farm, a bit of steeper stuff as well, or hillier stuff for sheep and forestry. This property has it all.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things that, they only come to the market very so often. This has been in the family for 100 years. It's just at the end of Karapiro there, so it's close to Cambridge. Beautiful property. That's going to auction shortly, but that'll have a lot. Well, I know it's got a lot of interest in it, and it's just when you look at location, quality, all those things, it's just a fantastic property.
Cambridge, one of my favourite towns in the country. Got to go, Peter. Thanks for your time.
Yeah, have a good afternoon. Cheers, Jamie.